Coming up on First at 4, leaders come together in Harlan to find solutions to the drug epidemic. And a man seals himself inside a room of a house, then attacks the officer and canine trying to get the unwanted Thanksgiving Day intruder out.
And our severe weather alert day continues as scattered snow showers continue to impact the mountains tonight. First at 4 is next.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, most of us did not see much snow today, but there was some accumulation in the higher elevations. Could road conditions get worse tonight? Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel has our first look at the forecast on this severe weather alert day. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, for us here in Hazard, it's just been kind of that gross and rainy day, but for a lot of people, especially those higher elevations, they've been dealing with a little bit of some winter weather. We'll go ahead and take you up to Pine Mountain, one of the areas you could see along US 119. Grass, you could see you could see that snow on the grass, a little bit on the roadways, and more is expected as we head into tonight, which could create some issues. As we look at satellite and radar, we're seeing most of those snow showers actually starting to die down a little bit, but we are expecting a little bit more as we head into the rest of those evening hours. So as we scan the skies now, maybe some flurries in parts of here in Perry County. I know we saw some a little bit ago, even up into Harlan, Letcher, a little bit into Knott County as well. Temperatures, though, there's right there near freezing for some, like Jackson 32 in Wise, 33 Pikeville and into Harlan, but you're seeing those mid-30s into London, Hazard, and even over into Prestonsburg. So we do still have that winter weather advisory in effect. Now, for most of us, that stays in effect until about 9 p.m. Some areas goes until 1 a.m. and actually that winter storm warning was supposed to go till 7 a.m. It's kind of backed off. They've actually pulled that winter storm warning and it's set to expire at 1 a.m. tonight. So we're expecting most of those snow showers to move in tonight and get out by your Tuesday morning. But with a few of those snow showers, yes, they could cover those roadways, which can make for a slick commute for your Tuesday. We'll hang on to those clouds Tuesday. After that, though, the rest of the work week is looking beautiful when sunshine returns. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Paige, thank you. We hope to have a report from Pine Mountain in Letcher County coming up tonight at 6. Well, more than 50 million Americans are in the path of severe weather, including heavy snow and freezing rain. At least 6 deaths are blamed on storms that hit over the weekend. The Northeast is getting slammed with its first major snowstorm of the season. Winter storm alerts stretch across 15 states. During the weekend, more than a foot of snow blanketed parts of the upper Midwest.
Oh, it's insane. And I've never seen all these before either. I mean, I've lived here the last 10, 15 years, so it's a first for me.
And it's not just snow causing problems. Flash floods in Arizona swept away a vehicle, killing 2 children, and at least 3 tornadoes barreled through Phoenix, Arizona, tearing roofs off buildings and knocking out power for thousands. State and local officials, churches, nonprofits, and others are in Harlan today talking about the drug epidemic and how they can help solve it in their county. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds is in Harlan talking to those that have alternative approaches to treatment.
Many here at the Harlan County Drug Summit say treatment is real and working, but there is a common thread that many are talking about. They all say that there's a long road ahead and there's still a lot of work that can be done in what some are calling the nation's drug ground zero.
Among some of the things brought up already was that statistics say incarceration is not the sole solution to our drug problems. Organizations came from all sides. A few talked about medical treatment, work into getting people into homes or back in a career. A couple talked about programs like drug take-backs. Then there were people who have experienced addiction firsthand. Their take is that faith-based treatment is the only thing that ever truly reached them.
The drugs in 2019, it's an epidemic. I mean, to the point that it can't be contained. So I'm a firm believer that without God, we can't recover. You know what I'm saying? So, but we do recover with the help of Jesus Christ.
I also talked to Harlan Chief of Police Winston Urie about whom he believes the current drug epidemic we are facing impacts the most. For now, in Harlan County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
We'll have more on the drug summit coming up on Mountain News at 5:30. Hazard police identified a man hit and killed on Highway 15 in Perry County during the weekend. Officers tell us just before midnight Saturday, 21-year-old Nicholas Whitley was hit by 2 vehicles near Tim Short Chevrolet and the Glomar Bridge. Whitley was taken to Hazard Appalachian Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police believe Whitley was jumping in front of vehicles before he was killed. A Southern Kentucky homeowner received an unwelcome guest on Thanksgiving. Police in Barberville say a man broke into a home, then used a screwdriver to seal himself inside a small room. That man was finally arrested and taken to jail, but not before police say he attacked an officer and his canine. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on the bizarre crime from Knox County.
Well, that suspect is 37-year-old Emerson Johnson, being held here in the Knox County Jail on a number of different offenses, everything from burglary to assault on a service animal and assault on a police officer. This all happened on Thursday. It was Thanksgiving Day. 911 got a call from a homeowner of an intruder. Now, this intruder had used a screwdriver to seal himself in a back bedroom, and he refused to come out. The homeowners told police they had no idea who this guy was or why he chose their home to unlawfully enter. Officer Eric Martin and his canine Chobby were dispatched. Martin says Johnson refused to come out and even tried to come after him and his dog.
At that point, he wouldn't. He started kicking at us. When he did, I gave him the command to bite. When Chobby went to bite him, after he bit him, I noticed the male had a screwdriver in his hand. That's when I went hands-on with him also.
Now, neither Martin nor Chobby were injured in this ordeal. He tells me that Chobby did exactly what he was trained to do in trying to get this individual under control. In Knox County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Johnson is also charged with public intoxication and resisting arrest. The Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter in Perry County is looking to replace its animal transportation van. The shelter is now looking for donations. A local couple announced they will match donations made up to $3,000. Tammy Noble, the chairman of the shelter board, says the current condition of the van is affecting their daily operations.
With the van, ours was not dependable anymore. We have to transport to vets. A couple of the last times we've transported to vets, our vans broke down beside of the road.
To donate, you can visit the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter's Facebook page. Donations for a new shelter van will be matched until December 26th. A school resource officer shot a 17-year-old student who had a gun this morning at Waukesha South High School in Wisconsin. The police chief says the resource officer confronted the student after receiving information that the teen had a gun. When the suspect removed a gun from his waistband and pointed it at the officer, and that's when the officer shot the suspect. Administrators said the confrontation was isolated to one classroom. Some students reported hiding in closets and under desks. The suspect is in stable condition. Let's head over to Wall Street now this Monday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 267 points. Electronics always win big on Black Friday. According to an analyst, this year the Nintendo Switch was among the most popular items sold. Nintendo offered the Switch and a free download of Mario Kart 8 for $299 for savings of $60. Other winners for Black Friday sales, according to analysts, were Fitbit, Logitech non-gaming keyboards, and Roku devices. Adobe Analytics reports that Americans spent $7.4 billion online on Black Friday and $4.2 billion on Thanksgiving Day. Well, get ready, Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. McDonald's is entering the fried chicken sandwich wars. The chain is testing out its own version. It will be topped with butter and crinkle-cut pickles inside a potato roll. The McChicken, of course, already exists, but it has not brought the same attention that other chicken sandwiches have. McDonald's fried chicken sandwich will be available in Knoxville, Tennessee and Houston, Texas from now until January 26th. Coming up on First at 4, did you buy anything online today? See how Cyber Monday is on track to be the largest online shopping day of the year.
And we'll start to see that sunshine return later in the week, but how much can you expect? I'll have those details coming up.